They say it does the body good, but how much are you paying for milk? Organic is a more expensive option, and a lot of consumers believe it has added health benefits. But in Canada, growth hormones are not given to dairy cows, and antibiotics can be used in both organic and conventional production. So at nearly double the price, are you really getting your money's worth? Elaine Yong takes a look at what's going into your grocery cart.
At Alder Acres Dairy Centre, it's always milking time. Holly and the rest of the herd can get milked whenever they want, and 24/7 you'll find someone taking her turn in the robotic milking machine. Brian and Erin Anderson started with 20 dairy cows 14 years ago. Now their herd has more than doubled. On top of the usual daily chores, the couple also leads tours of their farm almost every day.
One of the biggest questions is hormones and antibiotics and conventional versus organic.
When it comes to hormones, the answer is simple. No dairy cows in Canada, conventional or organic, have been given growth hormones. It is banned for sale here. That's completely different from the U.S. milk industry, where it is legal for farmers to use growth hormones. With antibiotics, in Canada, their use is strictly regulated. Milk from those cows is withheld from the milk supply for a mandatory withdrawal period.
Antibiotics are used in the dairy herds in British Columbia, regardless of organic or conventional, based on the fact that if a cow is in a sick position, in a distressed position where she has compromised her health, antibiotics will be prescribed by a veterinarian.
At organic dairy farms in BC, such as Nickel Farms in Surrey, there is a longer withdrawal period for cows that have been given antibiotics, 10 times longer than conventional, and again the same rigorous testing before milk enters the supply. David Jansen's family has been on this land since 1957. It was a conventional dairy farm until 5 years ago when he made the switch to organic. The most obvious difference? His cows get free access to the outside, grazing in pastures through the summer.
I believe that just getting the cows outside in the summer, off the concrete, is good for their feet and legs, and good for they get a bit of exercise, and they're doing what they want to do. So I think that psychologically and physiologically, I think the cows are happier.
Organic dairy cows must also be given organic feed. This means no GMOs and no pesticides. Overall, milk production is about 20% lower when compared to conventional.
Our costs are higher. Our suppliers' cost for the grains, for producing the grains, are higher. The trucks, they have to be cleaned before they're loaded up with organic. There's a whole series of protocols that are followed.
Organic dairy producers in BC are paid a premium of 30 cents a litre, which works out to an extra 40% over conventional milk. But consumers end up shelling out close to 100% more at the grocery store if they want to buy organic. Nutritionally, dietitians say both kinds of milk are virtually identical.
From a nutrition standpoint, it's hard to, justify the cost. From when we just look at the vitamins and minerals and protein content, it's hard to justify that cost.
He's quite ready for it, so go ahead.
It's a consumer dilemma that doesn't have a simple answer. But Brian Anderson says everyone who takes a tour of his farm leaves with a lot more confidence in the quality of the Canadian milk supply, conventional or organic.
I would be very happy if it's a Canadian product, because I have fellow farmers that are organic producers, and they are in the Canadian milk supply system, and they're producing a very solid product just as I am. And if it's Canadian, I'm very happy, because the milk is no different, so you're now just paying with a different colored bill, in my opinion.
Elaine Yong, Global News.
Vancouver Canucks might have been bounced, but at least we had Canada to choose.